everybody that I am Marty Walden, and I write the blog martysmusings.net, and I talk about DIY projects and easy crafts, easy recipes. Everything is focused on easy. and so I love decorating for the season. But my first tip is to use what you already own in a new way and think outside the box. So I'm going to let you in a little secret. I store my out-of-season decor in my attic, which is like 800 degrees right now, and also in a little storage building we have that had a little baby mouse in it when I went out there last time to get some pillows. I won't be putting those back there. So, you know, it's not fun, honestly, to get the decor out. But what I've learned is that I have a lot of stuff. I go yard sales and thrift stores, and I have a lot of decor. So what I try to do is move things maybe from one room to another, is to move things around, is to paint something, is to do whatever I need to do to create something that feels fresh and new. So I would say, I was going to show you. So I have a set of 3 of these. These were my husband's when we got married, and we've been married 33 years. They've been spray painted white, and they have been used everywhere in our house. They've actually were also used for my daughter's wedding. So they've been used everywhere. And then what I like to do, and there's cat fur on here, is to use old candles, maybe ones that aren't pretty, and is to wrap it with a little bit of fabric. This is burlap with a little bit of ribbon, and you can tell this is not fall. But this is the kind of thing that I like to do, especially on like a table where you can add some sparkle, you can add something different and change it up every season if you want. So this is a candle idea. And I would just say, take a look at the things that you have. As you're developing your style, most of us have our go-to things, like maybe candles are your thing, or I love to use old books. I love to chalk paint books. I love to stamp and do things, because books are so inexpensive and so cheap. So take a look at the things that you have already in your house and in your storage and see how you can use them in a new way. Tip 2 is to bring in the natural elements, especially for fall and for Christmas. I love using pine cones. I did a mantle where I just used some sticks in a jar. It was really cute, but y'all, it's easy to just go outside, and like at Christmas, I love using the holly berries, all those things that are free and that are beautiful. And they're just so easy to go walk outside, go to a park, go wherever you need to do to find some natural elements, because they are free, and I like free. And oftentimes when I have like a flower centerpiece or whatever, I will use artificial flowers with new flowers. You just want to buy, when you're using artificial flowers, don't buy anything that's waxy, that doesn't look real. Try to get the most real thing that you can, and then you can blend the fake with the real, and people will never know it if you do it in a way that's just very subtle. I love to do that because honestly, I don't like to spend a ton of money on seasonal things because you just use them for such a short amount of time in your home. Then my 3rd tip is to shop thrift stores and yard sales. If y'all follow me for very long, you know that that's my jam. You know, my husband and I are really trying to save money and be diligent with what the Lord has provided for us. And I love having to be creative and think outside the box when I'm decorating. And I would also say with thrift stores and yard sales, if you're looking for Christmas and you see Easter stuff, you're going to need to grab it because it's not going to stay there very long. That's the one thing that I know the biggest regrets I have is not picking up something when I saw it, because you go back 45 minutes later, it may not be there. And the same with yard sales. Think ahead to different seasons. Think how you can use candlesticks or pillows or things for more than one season as well. And another thing is, for thrift stores, you just have to visit several and visit them regularly, because the more you go to the thrift stores, the more opportunity that you have to find a treasure. The time is invested is worth the jewel you might find. And I also wanted to show you, so I love to make rag wreaths. I don't have one right here with me, but let me show you what I do. So this is just a clothes hanger, a metal one, and this would be like for an ornament for the tree, but this is the general idea. And then it's just wrapped in little strips of fabric. So, and I'll link the blog post that I have. I have one about making a fall rag wreath, but you just use these little strips. But I would say pick up clothes at yard sales and thrift stores for $1 if you can get it, and then use those as well as fabric if you're interested. I've got some burlap. Use those to make you a rag wreath. And that is perfect. It doesn't cost very much. And I will link a post that gives those directions on here too. And so my fourth tip is to purchase wisely using coupons and sales. I know that most people cannot decorate their home the way they'd like with just using yard sale and thrift store things. So if you do shop, think about this, especially this time of year, later Black Friday, and the Monday, Cyber Monday, whatever that's called. Those dates, think about, I follow certain people on Instagram who go shopping, and I'm not a shopper. I don't go to stores and buy a lot of new things at all. So I follow people who do, and this one person, a couple people I follow let me know when Hobby Lobby has their 75% off, and they walk you through the store. So look at following people who are really good bargain shoppers in the specific stores. Like if you're a Target shopper, there are people that post about Target and all the great deals that are at Target. Use a coupon if you can, like the craft stores, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, all those things almost always have at least one coupon, if not more. Follow the sales. Just be really diligent when you know what you're looking for. And also purchase at the end of the season. So I buy a lot of Christmas decorations when they're 75% off, and it's usually the very end of December or the 1st of January. And you may not have the selection that you do when you're shopping, when everything is first brought out in the store, but you're going to get a good deal, and that matters to me. I would also include the dollar store. I've got a post, and I'll try to link that here too, that I did an entire table filled with Dollar Tree, dollar store goodies. So y'all, the dollar stores have really stepped up. If you shop and you think about how to use things, you can often find a good deal right there. And also number 5, remember less is more. As I have gotten older, I truly want to be a good steward of things I have and not have as much stuff. I don't want to leave so much stuff to my kids one day when I'm gone that they have to deal with and go through. So, and another tip is, if you don't have the money, don't go out shopping. You know, that's kind of a hard, because if you like to get ideas and everything, that's fine. But if you can't resist spending money, don't go out shopping. I mean, I don't shop. I go grocery shopping, and I literally don't shop in a lot of stores unless I'm looking for something specific for a project. So I would say if you don't have a lot of money, don't go shopping, because it can just make you feel discontented and not happy with your home. And my goal is always to encourage you to be content in the home that God has given you. And celebrating the season should bring us joy, not weigh us down. But I want to show you a couple of other things. So when you're using what you have, these are some seashells in just a little jar. And this would be perfect on a vignette to use for a seasonal element, like a summer element. And then I love getting anything that's white, anything that's neutral. And so this is a very neutral, you can get these balls and whatever the heck these little things are called. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, or there's dust on it, at Hobby Lobby or your craft store. And then you can just use these elements with some natural elements. Throw in some pine cones. Do whatever works for you. And I'm sure I bought these at like 75% off last year. So when you're thinking about buying something, think ahead. Think what you can use for the next season, something that may be neutral that you can use year round. You just want to really try to creatively think outside the box. Now, let me just go over those 5 quick tips. And these are ways to save money on fall decorating. And honestly, these tips are good for any season. So the first one is use what you already own in a new way and think outside the box. Be creative. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Do what you enjoy and what looks beautiful to you. 2, bring in natural elements. Go outside, go to a park, see what you can find that you can use that doesn't cost anything. Then number 3 is to shop thrift stores and yard sales. Y'all know, if you follow me, and I'd love if you follow me on Instagram and my blog, and smartiesmusings.net, I love yard sales and thrift stores. So this year with COVID, it's been a little bit more challenging. So you have to decide how comfortable you are going in stores at this point. Number 4, purchase wisely. Well, that was loud. Purchase wisely using coupons and sales. especially as we're getting closer to Christmas, really think about those sales, save your money. I mean, I know Black Friday, I'm going to be shopping online. I mean, and just really think about what you can use and get it at a discount. Then number five is remember less is more. Our homes are places that are intended to be enjoyed and not to be something that is put on a pedestal. And I really, even after all these years of blogging, I still think it's funny that I write a blog about DIY and home decor because I don't know, 5 years ago, I don't think my home was that beautiful, but we've done a lot of work. I've learned a lot and I've grown. And I was content when we had 5 kids at home and craziness with homeschooling. You moms who are homeschooling, I feel you. So I would just want to be content, and I want you, my reader, to be content in the season God has put you in and in the home God has put you in, because there's always room for growth in our lives and in our homes.